my best throw. That's probably gonna hang.
Is good? Huh? I have no idea what they're panning. Yeah, it's not the gain that needs to go up right now. Because if we fuck with the gain too much, then it gets down. Okay. It's good? Okay, we're good.
So everything's good?
Yeah, everything should be good, so you don't need to touch anything. But, so the number that you're going to be wanting to try to keep matched is the F 4.0, and that's this inner ring here. So the lines, essentially you can see what's going to be fully white. Don't worry too much about technicals or anything like that.
Oh yeah,
but so yeah, the zoom is this one, right?
I'm using this one more.
Okay, yeah. So if you are using this, in case you accidentally bump this guy here, right? As you can see, it changes all the light levels. Just bring it back down to 4. Is essentially what. Just letting you know though, in case you do.
The chicken on the top.
Have fun.
Thanks.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the curling action at the Calgary Curling Club. This is the 43rd annual Curlers Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic. I'm here with expert commentator Dennis Balderson, and this is a game, the matchup in the finals against Team Fujisawa and Team Peterson.
It's an all-international final.
Now, first of all, we'd like to thank the sponsors that allow this live stream to happen. We have the Curlers Corner, Bernice Merrick, downstairs here in the Calgary Curling Club. We have Weston,
I think it might get stuck
Jiffy
in.
Lube,
That is
Coronado,
some fresh
Rock
stuff, but
Watcher,
you can curl it.
Olson, Bonterra, and Enigma Resources. So what kind of a game do we expect here today,
Curl.
Dennis?
Well, from watching the semifinals, I think these are pretty well-matched
Right.
teams. They'll start out be a little cautious, not want to give up a big end. But the first rock was thrown out front, so we're going to see I would say some offense even in the first end.
Team Peterson with the first rock advantage and Fujisawa with the hammer in the first end. The guard just off center. Both these teams have been playing very, very well to this point, obviously to make the finals. Excellent shot making.
And I think, Jack, you were mentioning to me that the Japanese team, Fujisawa, has not lost a game yet. They've gone through this
Yeah.
event undefeated.
Correct.
I agree. I think so too. All right. Keep this clean, Neen. Whoa. Close. Whoa. Becca. Sit.
By rolling out, that
Sorry.
leaves
Is that
Fujisawa
a 9?
a chance to get behind cover if they want, or they could throw another
Agreed.
guard.
Be quite sticky.
They do like to mix it up.
Yeah,
We've
I
seen-
think they're going behind that corner guard.
We've seen lots of action in their games.
Yeah, it went, but not this way. Agreed. And this, I just got kind of hung out there like Becca's did. 15. It's light.
It's going to rub off the guard, so that'll give the advantage to Peterson right now in terms of trying to get behind that corner guard coverage.
Team Peterson
That was a 15.
has Tabitha Peterson, skip, Nina Roth at third, Becca Hamilton playing second, and lead Tara Peterson. Here's Becca throwing her first rock of the game.
Yeah. I think it's close.
5, 6,
5.
6. Coming down a little
Okay.
bit. We're still full 4 foot.
It's a long road for these teams, lots of games, and especially today. This is the third game of the day.
Bury it. Bury Pete. Come on, Eve. Come on.
They've got to deal with the physical exertion as well as the mental fatigue.
Yeah.
Part of that is overcome by the
4-7.
excitement of playing in the final. They're in the final. They're guaranteed second place money,
Like I
and
was
so they're really playing
Oreo's going to catch something fresh.
for first place advantage. A lot of teams in these events are playing not only for the money to help
And
cover their
didn't
costs
really.
over the season, but also in some of the countries it's a process of helping you gain points to be able to represent your country at the next Olympics.
11-2.
It's been a big bonspiel for a lot of years. There's a $44,000 purse, $12,000 to the first place winner.
8,000 to the second, is that correct, Jack?
8,000 for second
Uh,
place.
9-5.
When you heard that skip mention the number 9-5, that's
10,
really she's telling
little
the
down.
shooter that she wants. It tells them a certain speed they want
on,
to
Nina,
walk to go down the ice.
Come on, Nina.
Takes
Let's go.
9.5 seconds to go between
Nina,
the
come
two
on.
hog lines.
Okay, good sweep. Great sweeping.
The
9-8.
lower the number, the faster the
I had
speed of
quite
the
a bit
rock.
of frost. Good job.
Now, we've had a lot of viewers from Japan. It's 6:30 in the morning, so good morning.
With another.
Kinoshiwa. This Fujisawa team has been playing tremendously well, as has Peterson.
This is where I had backup. Thank
Yeah,
you.
Fujisawa is the first Japanese team to earn a medal in the curling in the Olympics. They represented Japan
Bex is
in
a
the
4-7.
2018 and
4-8.
got the bronze medal.
We have Satsuki Fujisawa at skip. Chinami Yoshida is playing third.
7.
Yumi Suzuki
think it's
is
close.
the second. And
6.
Eureka Yoshida is playing lead.
Inside. Yep. 7. 6.
Nina Roth coming behind the guard.
Curl. 4-8. Finish. Come on. Finish it hard. Go. Little more. Little more. You're doing it. Great.
Great
Nice
shot.
zoning.
They managed that rock real well with the sweeping in terms of
Okay.
trying to get it to curl a little extra at the end.
They want to
great
get it
throwing.
in deep, but not behind the tee line. They've done an excellent job at that. Fujisawa playing the run back.
Over curled, missed the run back, but got the guard has been removed, so it's wide open. It'll, Peterson will now put the guard back on.
All right. Take a couple feet
A
off.
little bit of feeling out between the two teams here. See what they're up to, see how they're playing, wait for a bit of a break. But I imagine that they'll really, both teams really like to mix it up, take every advantage when they can see one.
2-3.
How's line? Line's good. 2.5, 3. It's gliding.
It's not in.
It's tight. It's tight.
It's really curling. 16. Can we finish?
Looks like a perfect guard,
throw.
tight to the house.
6. I think there is a hole. Yeah.
There is enough room between the two guards to come through there
That was a
and
good sign.
take out shot rock, but she's chosen to do the run back.
Yeah.
Just like
Shot.
that.
Perfect.
This way.
Now Sinclair will probably go behind that guard again, but the advantage to Fujisawa is that the guard is now her stone, and if she can do a run back again, she could have shot rock buried behind one of her own guards.
Okay. Yeah, this is your track. I got 4 8s on both of yours. Perfect. All right. So in practice, your last two were like 3 9. So you can take some off that. Okay. You got it.
A little positive reinforcement to the skip.
Feels hot. 87. I think it's close.
6-7.
No. 7? Whoa. No. 7? No. 7 8. Line only.
Only for
No. 7 8. Just this button, back button. Little. Very good, guys.
Very good
You don't
shot.
need us.
Fujisawa now has two choices, either to run the guard back, or because that went just behind the button, she could play the option of just drawing to that and bumping it back a couple of inches. She has decided to play a run back of her own stone onto Peterson's shot rock.
I believe they were both at the slams. They were both at the slams.
And it is Peterson, not Sinclair. One of our comments.
I apologize for that. I was mentioning the wrong U.S. team.
Cleared the guard out. Second time that these two teams have met in the Sponsfield. They met also in the final. Fujisawa winning that one, 8-5. But they have met previously 2 other times, according to the Curling Zone website. They played in the Humpty's Champions Cup and the Meridian Canadian Open in 2020, with the Fujisawa team winning all 3 of the matchups between these teams.
Kind of pulled back a little, okay? I pulled back.
Good
Got a curl.
information to the sweepers
Just a
from
2,
the
I think
shooter.
you got a curl. Yeah, seems a little tight. Okay. 2, just a 2. There you go. Curl. Go, 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 go. More. Yep. Good job. It's good. Because it's just a piece that's on the port side. Okay. Oh, good end.
Fujisawa has a choice here to make. She can either play the in-turn, come around, and try and tap it back to score 1. I think she is choosing to try and only catch a part of that rock and remove it and her own stone to blank the end.
Didn't quite get over there.
This decision-making time is a benefit to the Peterson front end to recover from that sweeping.
Put the coat back on.
A delicate shot.
She's got to skim by that guard. Looks like she's. Ooh. Worst possible result. Clip the guard and push another Peterson stone into the rings for a steal of 2.
Apparently.
Not the start they were looking for, but a good break for the Peterson rink.
Hands are hot. Anyone else have hot hands?
2 points, though, isn't very much of a lead in this tennis.
You know, wearing gloves.
I agree with the 5-rock rule.
Yeah. I still like short and round. Come around. Let's do it.
You like that?
It's great to be able to hear some of the discussion of the teams. They meet after every end for a few seconds, have a little bit of a chit-chat perhaps about something that needs to be improved, but usually about what the plan is for the next end.
I think so. think it's got plenty. Its own. Where is it? You can make it good if it's here. Yeah, make it good if it's in. Go ahead, I think it is. Come on. Yep. Top 4, you got it. Yep, come on, a little more.
Leaving it to
Come
the
on,
sweepers to make the shot
the 4.
perfectly.
You got it. Go, 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 go. Okay, 5-3. Good job.
Fujisawa is going to throw a corner guard.
Not uncommon for them to ignore that rock in the rings, that first rock in the ring, set up a corner guard, knowing that they have the skill to be able to make a big shot to remove it later with a double if they have to.
I know, but team effort. Okay. Ooh, some last feet. Not positive.
Initiated with a long
Line's
corner
good.
guard.
Line's okay. Got a curl. Got a curl.
Peterson's now throwing her
Got a
guard
curl.
on her shot rock.
Still got a curl. Yep. Get it to the center line. Yep. Come on. Pull it over. Come on. Oh. Come on. More. Good sweep. Shoot.
She wants it tight, and
Good sweep.
if there's a double to be made, she wants to
her.
make sure
One of
that
them
the
is-
shooter is rolling away and not behind that corner guard.
Which one is it? Your
The shot rock is open by, I think,
First one.
looks like maybe half a rock at least.
Okay. I don't think I threw that much different. No, I don't know. I think they just, they're different. I just remember that from.
Sweepers jump on this one.
But I'm throwing the 2 first.
Remember, they can't remove that guard. That rock's going to be put back.
A little too thick.
I think a little over more. Good. Is that good? It's good. Yeah. Whoa, whoa. 2. Wait, only you guys. Whoa. I'll get in there. I'll get in there. We're over, Neen. We're over. Fair enough. Little bit. Okay. Okay.
Sorry.
Shoot. Sorry. That spot's just getting nice too. That's exactly how mine was.
She has a choice now whether to go after shot rock or start removing guards.
Right.
Choosing to make a play on the guard. Possibility with a good roll here to set up another corner.
It's got a lot of weight on this. Just removed.
Yeah. Okay, I'm giving you less, Becca. Okay, you can give us a little less weight and we'll just be smarter with it.
The team's learning this ice, even though they've been playing all week. The ice changes as you go along, and even during the game it'll change a little bit. Sometimes there's some spots where a little extra weight, the rock will run straight.
Little bit for line. Little bit for line.
Straighter.
Different track. Yep. Come on. 1.5. Okay. Over and up. 1.5. 1.5. Over and up. Just clean. Over and up. Clean. Straight. Okay.
Good sweep, long guard.
Now there is no play on shot rock.
Good job.
She's obviously playing to remove at least one of the guards.
8.
Mission accomplished. Removed
Well,
one of the
clearly
guards.
straight right there. Still like this, I think. I think so.
Peterson choosing to
I'm gonna go
replace it.
between those two brooms, I think.
So about a 16, 6'3". 6'3".
Line's good. 3, 4. Line's good.
We're real tight.
Okay.
Might be in.
Okay, well,
It's definitely in. It's down to it.
Coming down though.
It's down. It's down to it. Yeah, it's coming down.
if it's in, I
6-1.
want you to curl it just a hair.
Curl. Nice job.
Good conversation
About the
between the
6.
sweepers and the skip as that rock is coming along.
They accomplished two things, isn't it, Jack? It's behind the long guard, and it's also biting the house. So they've got now 2 rocks in, both of them buried behind the long guard. She has to go after the long guard, hopefully run it straight back and try and remove something that's in the house.
Forcing Fujisawa to play defense when this is a team that loves to play the offense.
Perfect shot.
Beautiful shot.
Yeah.
You want it a little bit higher?
Think so? Yeah.
Such an international game now. Like, truly, it's loved around the world. People that are curling fans are passionate about it, as we can see from the comments that we can read on our screen.
We've been told by the crew that half of the spectators watching online
Pretty
here
similar.
are from Japan.
Line's the same.
We're real tight.
Well,
Yeah.
it's running.
Yeah. I think we're down to it. Yeah. Let me wait for it to die, and then I'll curl it. What do you have?
5-8.
That's fine. 5-5. 5.
That's enough. It's buried, probably at least a half buried. So there's no double there, but she could tap,
I think that track is just really, really.
hit the top, the second shot, and remove the first shot, and stay frozen, hopefully, to the rock they're hitting.
Even though it's a long guard, it's still not available for a full weight
Yeah.
takeout.
No.
Watching this one, trying to get it to bend. Nice shot.
Mission accomplished.
Nice shot. A little bit of a roll.
That's one thing I've noticed, Jack, from watching a bunch of the slam events and maybe even some of the world champ. The ice is very good, very keen, like you see in all competitions.
Should be
Maybe
straight
does
out
not
here,
curl
but it looks
quite the
kinda
same
fresh
as you would see
out
in
there.
some events. So
I feel like
they've got to
like
play
inside out
softer
will
weight
Yeah, my
to
first
get
thought
some
was to hit
curl
that.
over the rock.
If you know.
try to
you're
do a lot
double,
with
is
the
that why we don't like
brooms.
that?
as well. You see a lot of directional sweeping.
Do you like 9-5?
Obviously, yeah, if we can get a roll kind of underneath all the crack, that's great. I don't think nose is terrible, is it? Yeah. That side of it, yeah.
So good discussion between the front end players prior to the skip coming down the ice.
Yeah, what kind of weight? Okay. Let's go. I'll hold you.
Appears to be the weight she wanted to throw.
She's trying to get the hit and roll in behind cover.
And no roll on that.
No, got the nose hit, but there's
Nice
no
one.
double there.
Good sweep. Back.
Greetings from the Ukraine. And Ohio gozaimasu to everyone in Japan.
Yeah, shot rock now is about, looks like it's almost 100% exposed, but maybe not quite. But the guard's long enough that they can play an in turn and get to make the takeout.
A little inside roll would leave a very difficult shot for Peterson.
I think that, I'm not sure I think they're playing the outside roll. I didn't think there was enough room to make the inside roll.
Okay. I think I like the same one. Yeah. I think it was there.
Yeah, I guess
And it got
Peterson's plan here
I don't
would be to take that shot out, roll far enough, and force Fujisawa to take one on the second
I
end.
think so. You?
That'd be ideal. Be a cheap hammer for her.
Same thing?
Same thing. We could
Roll.
roll.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Same weight though.
With a little bit more broom.
Okay. Yeah. Same? 10.
Whoa. No. That was wide.
Down. 10. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Off and on all the way.
Must be close.
Good throw.
Well, it
A little down.
didn't
I
roll
think
as
so.
much as she wanted, but I'm not sure she can make a double and leave the house. So,
Pretty darn good result.
yeah. She's hoping it will, hits it a certain way that she'll make the double and her own will kind of move to the top of the house and
Yeah,
out of the rings,
that'd be
but I'm not
okay.
sure it's there.
She can't get too cute with it either. Either you make a double and you sit there, you make it. Oh, you gotta be careful. You're like two up, you just push back. Right. Nope.
Good weight on this. Not really touching it.
No. I'm going to just make the double. Yeah.
Okay, good shot. 1
the one.
point. Peterson up 2-1 with the hammer, starting the third end.
Yeah. Job. Yeah. Great end. Job.
Real speedy. Yeah. So where do we look the corner?
I think both teams are pretty happy with that end.
Yes.
Good.
The way it was going, I think Fujisawa at the start had
Those inside out move really nice.
in mind getting more than one, but as the
Yeah.
end went on,
Definitely, like, probably
she's
got
quite happy to come out with
Yeah.
one score of one.
more.
Yeah.
But the second one was really easy to read.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Cool.
Let's go straight corner. I don't mind delayed. Oh, they're going short.
And without
Yeah, and it gets
a
really,
lot
it
of
gets
good
really
sponsors.
chunky.
And this Bonspiel is very fortunate to have the sponsors that they do. Thank them all. Come to Calgary, stay at the Westin. without much time to prepare between the games here, will you be telling your team to do anything differently going into this game than they've been doing so far? Is there anything particular that they should be looking for in a final as opposed to, say, the quarterfinal this morning?
Well, if it was a team's first game in a final, yes, you know, the added pressure of it would be something you had to deal with. A lot of these teams have been in finals many times, and being in finals, first of all, you need the experience of being in them, and second of all, being the only two teams out there is also the environment changes when you're in a final. All the other games, well, when you start the event, there's 8 sheets going, and even today it started with 4 sheets going and then 2, and now you're just down to 1. It's you alone out there, so it's a different environment. You've got to be used to that.
Could have an effect on the ice too, because more bodies out there means more temperature.
Right.
So we know we have some people watching from the Ukraine and some from Japan. Anybody that's watching, why don't you send us a note and let us know where you're watching from, who you're hoping for, and maybe if you can think of one of the big games that you've ever been at live or that you've seen on television, let us know about that.
No. They're probably playing. Right. I think this side.
Fujisawa with a couple of
It's not going to curl
close
going
guards.
that way. No.
They have control over the front of the rings with bumps and so forth. With the 5 rock rule, there's nothing that Peterson can do to remove those.
That's what I threw in practice.
Yeah, not with the 5 rock rule, you're right.
So 2 rocks available for Fujisawa to push in.
Jack, I see we got a comment here from Megan Edwards, who's rooting for either team. She likes them both. That's a true curling fan.
There you go. And what's not to like?
Careful, careful.
And we've got a comment from somebody watching from Chicago, cheering for Fujisawa. South Carolina, USA, cheering for Peterson.
Good. Nice judge, you guys.
Wyoming.
Cheering for Team Peterson from San Diego.
Way to be patient.
Scotland, and I'm going to
14.
Beijing next week for a World Wheelchair Championship. Another one watching from Copenhagen. And Megan, who I spoke to about before, cheering for both teams, is from Hamilton. Malaysia, we got a call, message, cheering Fujisawa. Oh, we have someone watching from Pennsylvania, USA, but they're rooting for Team Fujisawa. It says they've been charmed by them since Beijing 2018.
A lot of fans for both of these teams. 2 very, very fine teams.
No. Yeah.
Flop it in if we can.
Yeah. And even flop over.
I think Fujisawa would like that one to have bent a little bit more. It looks like it's fully exposed.
Yeah, it's wide open. They can easily, and they can play it, and I mean, Peterson can play it and get a roll in behind cover also. Here's someone watching from a cornfield in Minnesota.
Not 5. Whoa. Tara.
Becca Hamilton throwing,
Whoa, straight.
trying to get this rock to bend a
keep
bit.
going.
Gets a nice little roll. Yeah, not quite as far as she would have liked.
Is it buried at all, or is there a
Feel like
double
it came
available?
down.
I'd have to look at it from down the sheet to
It
have a
should
better
make
idea.
sense. It reacted because right away you said whoa, and then all of a sudden it's straight. So
Looks like the tap back is coming.
It'd be tough to make the double. I think it's just got an inch or two
I
buried.
think that was a frustrated.
Yeah. Like when I let go, I was like, whoa, just because I knew it was something outside the rock. And it was kind of gliding. And then it was just sort of
Yeah,
took play off. And I was like, let's just keep going. Yeah.
should have had me stay curl.
You did, yeah. You were saying going the whole time. Well,
Oh, I moved to keep it straight.
oh, really?
Yeah, she moved me to
That's what she
straight.
said, sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
She's playing a bump, eh, Jack?
She is. She called for a backline weight.
You're trying to move a couple of those reds behind the
Yes,
tee line.
we did.
Changes the complexion of
Well,
the end a bit.
That's
Nice for Fujisawa to have her rock directly in front of the Peterson stone so
Yep.
that she can
Yeah.
run something onto it.
no. Peterson's.
Just make it.
We could.
I guess let's go together where you could play, right?
I know, but if you do this,
Yeah.
you might stick
Might
it
be a-
on that one, your rock. If you miss it this way, whereas if we miss it this way,
Don't worry about setting a yellow back.
Then, if like we're.
There's a huge commitment by these teams, and it
Right.
takes
Right. I
a
think
much
we
bigger
intern-
team
okay.
than the four that you see on the ice.
we weren't looking at each
Not
other.
only with the sponsors and of course the excellent coaches,
We like this.
but lots of people go into
And
this. When you were
the double
coaching
black.
the Olympic team, you had quite a team behind you.
Oh, we did. We had a sports psychologist.
Okay, yeah.
We did talk on and
I'll hold
off to a dietitian. We brought in specialized coaches from other teams that had been to previous Olympics.
I'll hold you.
That was a full team effort. And even the parents of the players are a big
A little,
help,
curl a
especially if
little.
some of your team members have kids and husbands need to be involved, totally on board.
Okay. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, that opens things up front.
I thought we missed it.
Just big.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how often would
It
your
was
team
big,
meet
yeah.
then, say, with your sports psychologist? Would depend, I suppose, on whether you're going into a competition or between.
Well, our sports psychologist was available not only for our team meetings. She would come to events, and our sports psychologist was a woman, and she would come to some of our events, so she was available there at the actual event. But in the off season, we spent a lot of time with her, and she was always available on an individual basis. Any of the team members could be in touch with her if they were having problems with anxiety or any issues. If you're feeling any sorts of
It basically went right through the hole. But it kept
issues,
a lot of things on its way,
we had
exactly.
access to her.
Things can come up, and they might not even be curling related, but
That's
they
right.
would certainly affect curling.
Yes.
Very helpful to have somebody competent to speak to on a confidential basis.
Yep.
Can get them both.
Yeah, hopefully that one scored.
Like
But
it might.
anyway.
It might touch this though.
Have it double anyway. Yeah.
Yeah, I think they have to play the double.
Just straight back.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'd love to cheat it this way, but I think you hit this then.
Okay.
So straight back is good, I think.
Let's go, Neen. I'll hold
Might
you.
not get them both,
Peel?
but. Do you like peel?
What?
I think I like peel.
Sounds like she likes peel. Waiting on it.
It's not curling enough. They'll see what. They'll get one for sure.
It's fine.
Yeah, that was just pop down a straight path.
Peterson with the hammer. Fujisawa with shot rock in the top 4 foot.
Is she playing? Looks like she's going to remove the Peterson stone. Not take a chance on trying to. She wants to be laying 2, force. I think it is an out turn. Remove that stone, and I guess.
Not a lot of weight.
No, it might be over curling a bit. She's going to get it, but
And hangs on.
it did hang on. So
Now Peterson would like to hit and roll over on top of that or in front of it.
and keep hopes of a jam alive and maybe score 2. Whereas Fujisawa, I think, is hoping to get out of this end with Peterson only scoring 1.
10-5. 10-5. All the way. Come on. You got it. All the way. Whoa.
Oh, very
Excellent
nice throw.
shot.
Nice throw.
10-4. Wait.
Good lead.
Does, however, leave Fujisawa with the opportunity to hit it and still lay 2.
Yeah, but it'll set up a double. Because you can't afford to roll to the center of the ice. It would cause a jam.
Yeah. Nice sweeping. You done good, yo. Good job. If it was on the ground, I think it was probably already dying. Oh, gross. So now he probably broke away. Correct. And then what happened? Didn't break away? I don't know. Okay. Let me know.
Waiting on it.
Oh, I think she might roll out. That leaves Peterson now with the option of playing for a blank end.
I can get 2. Okay. Yeah, so let's nose it. Run. 2.
Oh, good.
Go
Oh.
run. Okay.
Playing defense first at this point. But a look at the scoreboard
Yes.
tells her that she's 1 up.
You're weird.
1 up with the hammer. No need to take a chance on trying to freeze, being forced. This keeps the blank alive.
Yeah, she's going after the blank. Her only other option, as you might have mentioned, would play the freeze and maybe be able to score 2.
Go.
Yep. Tight. Yep. Hard. Good sweep. That was
Oofda.
Now Fujisawa trying to find a corner in that round rings to hide this rock. Won't be that easy.
Clearly. It's okay. If there's ever one to do it on, that's a fine one.
I think she's decided on the in-turn draw. That'd be the toughest spot on the ice for Peterson to make the hit and roll out. Sweeper's just cleaning.
Heavy. 3-7. Probably I'll stick around. Mine was a 3-7. Yeah.
Back of the 12.
I think just right inside edge. Yeah.
She's not going to play the in turn. She's going to play the out turn.
Probably a little bit straighter, I would think.
It might be a bit straighter, and
Just my favorite.
as long as she hits it on the right side, it's
Okay.
just
Yeah.
doesn't as far to roll out.
Yeah.
This will run pretty true.
I think so. Yeah. Bill. No, nothing. No, 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 no. It's falling. It's fall.
Hard.
Oh, just gets enough of it. A little bit of a fall there from the sounds of things.
Thought so.
We thought it might be a bit straight.
Kind of where mine was. Let me put Scheidegger on the sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, it fell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Going into the memory banks, trying to determine how to call those shots in the future based on what they've done
Yeah.
in the past.
Love it. It's a
Seeing-
great plan.
comparing this ice to previous game.
We set that up pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you like the tick this time? Or do you want to come more?
We'll see where it is.
If it's tight, do you like to take it out? Like,
Yes and no. I think it
yeah.
can take away your end,
Yeah.
but it also like
Yeah.
yeah.
I think come around.
Okay.
I agree, Neen.
Okay, it sounds like Peterson would like to put a little bit of pressure on the Fujisawa team. They're talking about what to do in the event of a guard being put up. To some extent, it depends on where the guard is, if it's long or if it's short.
Which turn do you like?
Good spot for that guard.
In turn. Okay.
Yeah.
Leaves lots of room if
Yeah.
Peterson comes around it.
Six.
Close enough, though, to run as well.
Yeah. You guys can sweep it.
Anyone that's ever played with me be very surprised that I'm even talking about guards.
Mine's good. Pretty true. Okay, well then. Fine. Okay. Line's okay. Yep. Well,
Line's okay.
good. Line's good.
We
Curl,
only
you finish it now.
curl it.
15-6. Come on. Finish. Hard.
Go.
Good spot. Probably would have liked it to be up a little bit, maybe biting the forefoot. But that's pretty darn close.
Yeah, looks like it's partially open, but Fujisawa wants to score some points, so she's not going to take it out. She's going to freeze to it and try and get some rocks in play, which might enable her to score more than one.
It's important to both these teams to be looking at not only the score, but also the hammer at the halfway point after this fourth end.
Looks like it's going to bump and be in the open. A little too heavy. It's left it wide open for Peterson to take it out.
Nose is okay.
What was that?
Nose is okay.
Okay.
You know, they
I mean,
double.
my first thought was get a flop under. I got all plus.
Yeah, I know, but. Okay, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Can I do like a board?
Sure.
Board weight.
Clean, clean, close. Clean.
Oh,
Whoa,
whoa.
whoa.
Go, Neen.
Go ahead, Neen.
Hard, Neen. Come on. Hard, Neen. Go.
Trying to get it to move.
That's just fine.
Yep.
11-3.
Nice shot.
Great beat.
Yeah. Weight was close. It's just straight. Yeah.
Nice shot. Fujisawa
So-
can't let this end get away
Okay.
on her.
She's
though.
going to play the double.
Less than.
I know, I hardly gave you any room.
Right. Yeah, we gotta throw like a hack there. Well, you wanted nose. You got what you wanted. Wow. It's fine. Nose or the flop was fine. Does.
Wonder if these rocks, if they aren't running a little bit straighter than both teams have seen earlier on, it seems that maybe Peterson has
Fighting
adjusted to it a
fourth.
little bit better than Fujisawa.
Yeah, you can do this too, but
So mine was a 5-6. Yeah. 5-6. Okay. Fighting 4. Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I did.
No, 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 no.
Okay.
Unless you
Becca
have to.
Hamilton
Yeah, I
doesn't
think
like it
we're
out
gonna
of
be
her
pretty
hand.
close.
No, no, no. No.
Waiting for it to curl
Gotta curl.
before they
Curl.
start sweeping it.
Well, yep, 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 yep.
I don't know, Dennis. That looks like a pretty good result.
It is a good result.
Nice weight.
It's forcing
5-6.
Fujisawa to play a freeze onto that.
5-6. Yeah. Nice job.
Okay, Suzuki. Just cleaning her off. Now trying to get it to move.
I saw that.
The weight is right
Yeah,
there.
we couldn't have picked it up and set it in a better spot.
I don't hate that. I think
What do
we
you
need
like?
more than back 4. Because we want to move both those. Yeah, I think like
Yeah. Okay. Sure. Just a little inside.
Sounds like they want to hit the yellow and just stay right there.
Just a hair on the inside, which makes it a little tricky, but sure. No, I don't think that's too much. Yeah. Do you want to do back 12?
Yeah, fine, yeah.
They can't remove that rock, but they're trying to
Nope.
get enough weight on this one to get it so
Nope.
that it's available to be taken out with a future shot.
Nope.
Jostle things around a little bit. I think they want to get just to the inside of the beak so they remain right on top of the yellow rock. Get it on the outside.
It's a little hot.
Yeah,
12-6.
so
12-6. I think it was just a little hot. I thought you threw it good.
Yeah.
Fujisawa looking at a lot of different possibilities here. Possibly.
yeah, she's got 4 rocks to come, so
Correct,
she can.
not in that spot.
And she's got one in a perfect spot right now. Oh, that was really offline.
Definitely not what they wanted.
You want to release these a little?
No coach's timeout in
Maybe roll under?
this. But if there were, Dennis, what would you be thinking about
Probably just back.
when to call the
12.
timeout? It's
We want to keep our red guy.
still early in the game.
Yeah, that's
Right?
it. Depending how many you're allowed.
I think it'll curl here.
Usually I would, and they didn't have coaches calling timeouts when I was coaching. And I don't know if it's been, I think maybe they do allow it in some cases now. I would prefer to see it in later ends, unless you were doing an end that the game could go out of control with, then you might want to.
Nope. Clean.
It's a little hot.
Low. Close. Yeah! Hard! Stay on it. Stay on it.
Nina Roth negotiating through that port.
3-5.
Well, she accomplished what she asked.
Nice shot.
I think that's good. Nice job.
Little ad at the end.
And it's unforgiving. Like, I think we probably wanted more of that weight. So it was just a second hot too, and it's just never gonna.
It is what you are, yeah.
I know.
So we're not hearing the conversation so well between the Fujisawa rink mates, but I'm not sure it would help us too much if we did. But you can see that there's constant communication between them. Same as with any of the other top teams. Maybe a little bit more communicative than the others.
I did see that there was some issue with the mic on the skip of the Japanese team, and I'm not so sure that's been rectified. Maybe why we haven't heard as much.
It was nice in the earlier game we had viewers that were sending in messages translating what they were hearing on the ice. Okay,
Well, I think
kept it on.
think you
that
can get
accomplished.
through there.
She still thinks she
Do
can
you
get
like
through
the
that
same,
hole.
or do you want to throw more?
Well, I guess she can.
Okay, that was a 3-5.
This is the out turn will go through there.
Yeah.
I'll hold you. A little more.
Here more. Hack. Curl.
Yeah, you gotta go.
Come on.
You gotta go hard. Come on. You gotta go hard.
Got to make this curl. It's still on the guard.
Whoa. Roll us on, Tara.
Didn't make it through the port.
Okay, that's fine.
It's getting interesting now. There's 4 Peterson rocks in the house and 2 Fujisawa. So depending on how they're lined up, we'll see some attempt at scoring more than 1.
Yes, Fujisawa will have to be very careful
Yeah.
that she doesn't let Peterson use the hammer to hammer her. Nice shot here could take away a lot of possibilities for big end for Peterson.
Yeah.
That's right. Peterson then will be trying to make sure that she scores this end
I
to keep her
kinda like
2-point lead.
Because, like, if I don't make this good, I still have the outside of it, right?
Seem to have lots of American and Japanese viewers. Can we hear from the Canadians? Who are you hoping for? And it's got to be somebody playing in the final.
Can I make it perfect? I don't mind just drawing. Like skipper's juice type of thing. Because the whole fuck's open.
Long guard.
Yeah, she's trying to protect that shot rock.
Do we like that
Yeah, we
level?
could.
Because if that one is removed, there's 3 other
We could also just draw.
Peterson
like this
stones that are
double?
going to count.
I do, but I'd have to play this turn at it, obviously. And it's so straight there.
I don't like it on your first one.
Yeah. But if I go here, then I'm not gonna have it. Like,
All plus. I got plus like 2 inches.
yeah.
But yeah, you have to play the intern at it.
I think it's either that or the draw. I don't like the run. It's very long. What? The run? You like the run? I don't. Because if I guess if I make that.
Can we just double peel those center 2?
I mean, if you open it up. No, they're too close together.
I could probably make it like that, hey?
Yeah.
He has to make her guard pretty precise, which
Right.
she will, and then we're drawing. for
Right,
one.
and then you draw.
Or I could play this.
Yeah.
This is a worthwhile shot.
Or
Oh,
she might actually.
there's the chicken.
You know. I either like the hit or the drop. I don't think the peel gets us much. Because either she replaces it
Poor
or
chicken.
she does this and we're never getting two. Okay.
That was your first call.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yep. This is where the draw shot was.
Yep.
I think it'll move a little bit. Maybe because that so high, maybe just cheated inside a little. Yeah.
Thanks for waiting here.
They're asking why the chicken. It's because all the turkeys are gone on Thanksgiving,
Maybe, I was going to say 4-7, 4-6.
except,
yeah.
of course, for yours truly.
Four, seven?
Peters has decided to play the draw, and if she makes it good, it would still set her up for a possible 2 rather than clearing the guard.
Played a lot less.
Probably feels if she clears the guard, they're just going to put another guard on there. This will give her 2 shots at drawing for the score.
A little tight, I think.
I'm going for line.
Fujisawa apparently first and fifth shot Fifth shot doesn't look like it enters into this very much. This one might be a little bit hot.
Yeah, they were yelling 7.
It is.
How good is that?
Huh?
She does live Fujisawa. Her only thing is to follow her and bump her a bit for shot rock.
Tight out of her hand. So that's why I went.
Perfect shot. Gives her a good chance to steal. But you better be on. What do you think the tolerance is here? Probably to be a little bit light if you're just in front of it, as long as you
They
by
only
the
give
top.
up 1, yeah. Yeah, she doesn't want to sort of bounce it off it a little and leave her a shot for 2. So tolerance would be to be a fraction light and make it very difficult to score 2.
Close. Did you say you had 4-6? Good guess.
It looks, if anything, it could be a bit heavy.
They're not touching it.
Yeah, if you're heavy, it's not going to curl.
Or 1. Get ready,
Pardon?
Neen. Go, Neen.
Yeah, that wasn't.
Outside and heavy.
Okay.
Settling in for.
See, as you mentioned earlier,
Maybe just an inch more.
the tolerance was light, not heavy. Now she has a draw for 2.
Certainly could have been worse.
Okay.
But giving up 2 is
Yeah.
pretty big at this point as well.
Okay.
Of course,
Yeah,
Peterson
same way.
has to
It was a
make
4-6,
this.
so.
It's a lot easier to make from
Two
up
more
here
blown
than
by
it is
light
from
stick.
down there.
Well, she just threw it, so that's an advantage to her. She knows the weight, knows the ice.
And the sweepers know as well, so
Yep.
they'll know whether to keep it clean.
Yeah, I think similar. I agree. It seems maybe a little more.
I always
Pretty
think the
similar.
perfect shot, the brooms are down on it the whole
This
way.
one, she's heavier with this one.
Nope.
Right there. Okay, do you want to curl it a little bit?
Nope.
Looks like she's perfect.
And
Nice
a
shot.
very nice shot.
Jack, I want to tell an Olympic story, just
Yeah.
for
Understandable.
Okay,
viewing fans and
I
for
don't
especially,
think I could stop you.
especially Canadian fans. And
you
this
may.
applies to not only Canadian fans, but
And cap, right?
all fans. This is kind of a patriotic story. I mean, we were fortunate to go to the Olympics in 2010. I was the coach of the Canadian team, which was Cheryl Bernard, and we played it. This is sort of a story for teams that play in their home country. It was, you know, in hindsight, it was a big advantage to play in your home company. But this is,
I think.
you know, the highlight of
in turn, I don't
that
remember
event
what
was we did win silver medal. But off the ice, I got a story to tell you how this is to go to patriotic Canadian fans. It was about
Yes, ma'am.
midweek during the Olympics. We were, I think, in first
And I think it
place
was a 4-5. You guys.
and being televised
like,
every
curved it
game
at
that
the
we were
end.
playing since we were the home country. And after one of our games, as I said, we were in first place. About midweek, we were, after a game, we were heading
Yeah,
back
I
to the
just love
hotel, and my team were a Starbucks fan, so we stopped at Starbucks, and typical Starbucks in Vancouver, they were lined up almost to the outside,
Maybe a
but we were
little
just
less.
inside the door lined up,
Yeah.
waiting to get up to the counter to order our coffees, and after about 2 minutes, one person stood up and started singing "O Canada," and then everybody in the Starbucks stood up and
Positive, but
started
big pick.
singing "O Canada." And that's
Take a
one of
look
my
back.
favorite stories, talking about our experience at the Olympics, and I think most teams would
Line's good.
find that in
Line's
their
good. Take
home
a look.
countries
Take a look.
how
You're ready.
well the curling fans support their teams.
That is so
Yep, girl.
touching. It must have been an incredible moment for the
really
whole
good.
team.
Oh, it was. Like, I think we all still are.
Really good sweep.
In fact, probably get a little emotional when we think of that moment.
But yeah, I can feel it now myself. And we had this morning's game. We had Amy Nixon and Susan O'Connor, is also one of your players. That
Yeah,
called
Susan
the game.
O'Connor played third on our team. Well, now I think Fujisawa has to be overly aggressive. She's down 3 with 4 ends to go, and technically she'll only get the hammer on 2 of those ends. So I think we'll start seeing more offense to get her to get that score closer.
Here, you can just wait a minute. Not really.
Not really.
Well, we go back far enough that you could play defense right from the start. Start
Oh, yeah.
peeling right away.
Yeah, we played in the days when there was no free guard zone.
But now you have to figure things out a little bit more carefully because you're going to be dealing with guards.
Tight. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
Good.
Little ad.
Is she going in with this, or is she playing a guard? Did you
Line's
see,
good.
Jack?
Yep.
I thought she was going
Whoa,
in.
line. Take a look. Line's good. Wait only. Line. Move.
Just clean.
Straight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Die.
Look, just a guard.
Yep, shows what I know.
Good sweep. Sorry, I would have liked that a little tighter.
Yeah.
I'm laughing at one of the comments. When I told that story, one of the viewers says, "But did they let you up to the head of the line?" And they didn't, so that's a good comment.
But
And did they buy the coffee? No, they didn't.
Well, we are Canadian. We wait our turn.
4-7.
Nice job on the freeze.
Yes. Peterson's going to freeze on that one.
Okay,
So
that was just a 4-7. I know, but I think similar. 4-8.
The second time we've seen an end like this, one rock out front, one in the 4-foot, and then freeze, freeze, freeze.
Yeah. 5. 3. Hardening.
go ahead, go ahead.
Come on. Come on, Nate. Come on, dig. Dig, Nate. Come. Dig. Dig. Let's go. Dig, dig, dig. Dig, 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 dig. Come on, every bit, every bit.
That's just.
A little short on that one. Worked the sweepers pretty good.
I see one of the comments is that Cheryl said that took place after the final. I'll dispute that with Cheryl, and sometime we'll let you know which one of us is correct. The team that was sung for was for Team Bernard, or Team Canada in the Olympics.
Well, it's good to
Mike's
see that
guarding it
Cheryl's
again.
still
I think so.
listening very carefully to everything you say.
No, it's Ryan Olson has said it's Cheryl's account of the event.
It's like a 17. Yep. Just keep it moving.
Line's good. 1. Stay. Yeah. Okay. Line's good.
Just do. Just. Good job. Great job.
Long guard and a tight guard.
9-3.
Good setup for Peterson rink.
7. I really like
Fujisawa is going to have to find a way to deal with the rock in the 4-foot at some point.
I think the short was like really good. To hit it. I think so.
Tough decision, a big moment for them. You try splitting the guards, running the guards,
And it's in a good
or
spot.
drawing up.
It's a good spot.
However she does it, she's going to need some ways to get at that rock.
Yes.
She could run something into her own rock, but she needs 2 points, so she wants her own rock to be run into the rings.
Someone mentioned maybe a double peel, but they're set up so in such a straight line that double peel would be. I think the shooter would stay close to the center line.
Why do I feel like flies only live for 24 hours? Yeah. I don't know.
And they're all around and you throw them away and
Then they're just gone.
I know. Where do they go?
Okay, we've come to a decision. Not sure what it is.
What? Well, why do people always tell us that then?
Never gonna believe that little myth story ever again.
Quiet wait appears to be a tap back.
Yeah, she's got to unlock that. Those 2 shots.
Think I like
2 corners, clears up the front a bit
9-3.
for the time being.
Peterson's still going to go after the steal. She's going to throw another guard.
I think you got gold.
More room. Hold on.
Okay, we're close. We're close. Just curl it.
Line's good. 1. Straight. Okay, over and up. Good job.
Another long guard.
This is there.
Yeah, perfect. Good played.
Position that Fujisawa's shooter rolled last time. Unfortunately, it's taken away even a run back from the corner.
She's going to, I think she's playing the guard closer to the house.
They're going after the tight one now? Or all the way in? Sweep that tab. Sweep that tab.
Little chop and lie,
Yeah.
another rock in the rings.
Yep, she rolled hers onto the rings.
Yeah,
Both
we're
went onto
third,
the
but
rings, but that
This thing, that's now. Oh, I kind of like this. Yeah.
Yeah, so top 8.
Both teams aware of the
So-
rock build-up. Important for Fujisawa to get some rocks
Yeah.
in the rings.
15.
Peterson wants
Short
another one
side.
in the rings because there's a
thinking
double
5.
available on the 2 reds.
Okay.
Clean. Close.
Hold back a bit.
Weight seems close. 4. Not go for weight. Line's good. 3. Line's good. Straight. Keep it
Come
straight.
on, come on.
Right
Drake
on
it,
it.
Drake
Come
it,
on.
let's go. Drake it, come on. You're doing it, come on. Come on, back, come on. All the way, come on.
Go, go, go.
Really, Great. Good.
Great shot.
That's
5-5.
where she wanted it. Couple of tired
Yeah.
sweepers
Was it
after
5-5?
this game.
Good job. Yeah.
Good
Becca
job on the
wanted to
brooms.
pound it.
It's so important. The sweeping is so
Can you
important.
see her?
Can make a good shot great. Occasionally, you can make a
Well,
great shot terrible too.
Yeah, great sweepers make a lot of shots for their team.
You done good, you.
The shooter, player throwing the rock needs to know the tolerance. That, if they want it on the tee line, then they need to throw it to the top of the house and let the sweepers put it to the tee line.
Every minute that ticks, I'm getting charged extra on my rental car.
Yeah, the sweepers have to be responsible for calling the weight, for the judgment on the weight. And they also have to know where the weight is more critical than the line.
Yeah.
Lots of time throwing rocks at the rings and sweeping them in practice goes into that. Can't beat experience.
Probably. In America. Oh, thank goodness.
Playing a double here. It's maybe over curling.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Flop maybe?
I think we have to flop.
I like the flop.
Just to avoid.
You flop, she doesn't have as much. You
Yeah.
leave it there, she can maybe jostle.
Agreed.
Or if you can't get both the rocks.
Yeah, that's a little scary, but
Yeah,
yes.
like just peel it out.
Just
But
need to peel it.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I still like outside in 'cause it's a
With the
little
Fujisawa rock sandwiched between the two Peterson stones,
Because it goes hard this
this flop, if she makes a flop, would have to be in a pretty good spot.
It has to get buried, yeah.
I think we'll be able to hold it. Yeah.
It's going to be relatively straight here, right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
10-5.
Yep, I love that. Let's go.
Calling for 10-5, that'll give the sweepers a chance to control how much it bends to some
10-5.
extent.
Yeah.
A little hot.
10. Roll out.
Yep. 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 Hard. Get the roll under. Come on. Come on. Yep. Yep.
Okay. Fine job.
Okay.
Good throw. Just
Dead as an arrow.
Tried to get a roll under the corners.
Well, first of all, they were trying to roll to the center line. Then they changed when they saw where the rock was going. They wanted to roll.
Called the audible. It's hard for us
Yeah.
to see how much. Well, it looks like she's got lots of room for
Oh
that.
yeah, it's wide open.
But
I mean,
that's-
she's playing I'm not sure if she's playing a hit and roll or playing a double on.
It looks like if she throws big weight and gets that one pretty skinny, she might be able to get at least two of the red rocks out and maybe
Yeah.
move the third and remain shot.
I don't think.
What?
Yeah.
what was that? 10? It was a 10-5. Okay. That's why she won the game.
Well, we know Fujisawa can throw the weight for sure. Don't know what she's trying. Yep,
It's out of her hand.
bit of heft.
Well, they need it to curl. Oh, she
What a shot.
What a
Look at
shot.
that.
Yeah?
Wow.
Yeah.
Laying
That-
two.
Laying two. That was a great shot by
Hit that guy.
Fujisawa.
Now a very good chance for a
Hit
two.
flop under.
It's hard.
Yeah. 10-5. How do you board? How do you like board? I mean, we don't want to roll that. So just. Yeah. Just for board.
What a
is gonna
spectacular
throw a bit
shot by
more, but
Fujisawa.
didn't
Couldn't
call it.
come at a more opportune time.
Hope she's throwing something lightweight at that room.
Yeah, she pretty well needed to score this end, and now she's got an opportunity to score a couple.
Same weight, 10.
Board.
Board. Yeah, good. Back will hold ya.
Yes. Yes. I know. Good.
Okay.
Nice shot.
Nice shot.
Yeah.
Good sweep.
How does Fujisawa deal with that one?
Well, if she plays just quiet weight, she can hit it on the broom side, and she just has to stay and get a piece of the 8-foot, and she'll score 2. Look by where she's putting the broom, that she might be playing regular weight.
We have seen a couple of rocks go pretty straight there. Take a very precise shot for a deuce.
Yeah. That way looks fine.
Nice weight. Oh,
Go, Neen.
yep, perfect shot for 2.
Okay. We say that quite regularly with her. Okay.
No, that gets the game back into contention. 4-3
Yeah, she made a good one.
for Peterson.
We set her up for it.
Okay, good end. We just got it. But we played that really well. Yeah. Yeah, it's still looking nice.
So they're probably going to go pretty hard. Tick, tick.
Okay. Okay, which turn?
On the straight side, be coming this way. I think I kind of like you going this way.
The intern?
Now the down.
And that path is going to be nice, that you guys can definitely manipulate it. Okay. So, intern?
But I threw those hacks the other way too. If for some reason.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah, tap through those draws there.
Yeah, that's true. And Nina threw kind of a tick weight on those. Your first was like a 3-3. You even did one of those too. Maybe that's a different turn. Never mind. Like a 3-3, right?
Especially this side.
Clean. Whoa, close. Whoa. Close. Close. Back up. Hard. Yep. Hard. Hard back. Hard. Come on. Little hot. 12-6.
Yeah, Peterson just made a perfect tick shot.
Yeah. Very well played game to this point. Advantage still Peterson.
They are talking about changing the rules in the Worlds on that tick shot. If the shot is biting that center line, you will not be allowed to move it anywhere until after the 5th shot. That's just a rule they're going to experiment with at the Worlds, I'm led to believe.
What do you
It's
like?
a very highly skilled shot. the rocks and the ice and the players, of course, have
Yeah.
all gotten so
Yeah.
precise,
Yeah,
so
okay.
good.
Yeah, the ice is good. The players are so good that
I can go further.
when they first attempted it, it was a very low percentage shot. It's all probably now moved into a category of a high percentage shot.
When the idea is to generate more offense, get more rocks in the rings, everybody likes to see those spectacular shots where the rocks fly everywhere,
Careful, careful. Hold on. It's close.
including
Hold
me.
on. Yep, then. Well,
Nobody seems to appreciate the value of a peel game anymore.
go ahead, Neen.
Us included.
Go ahead, Neen.
There's two perfect ticks.
More fun to play as well, not just to watch, but to play when
Yes.
the rocks in the rings.
Like a chess match.
Sick. Thank you.
I think from Peterson's standpoint, it's a sixth end. She has the last rock. I think she would like to score at least one. If she scored one, she'd be up 2. And Fujisawa would have last rock on the 7th end, and Peterson would have it back on the last end.
The hammer in the even end is really
Important.
big.
Coming around.
Kinda. Yeah. It's a corner grid. It gets over there. It's at the center. I don't like it. Yeah, peel that if it's over. She's nice. She is nice.
Well, it's good to see the skips out there sweeping from time to time.
Kind of like peeling. I don't mind this guy.
Yeah, it's pretty
It's
tough.
just the
Not
single.
something either
Right
you
at
or
the
I
corner
would
grid,
ever
if
do.
you
But
get it cool.
We don't do the peels because we can't make them.
Yep. Hard Neen. Hard Neen. Come on. Come on, Neen. Ah! Hard Neen, go.
You shouldn't have touched that, but
grabbed the wrong rock.
yeah.
But it looked to me like it was going anyways.
Yeah, I did. Can you replay it? No.
I didn't kick it. I let it hit first.
I think it hit the board. I don't know. Anybody? Can we get a replay? Tab?
I don't know how official Juliana's replay is going to be.
Thank God for technology.
Yeah.
Yeah, she kicked the rock that hit the boards. No, she didn't kick the rock that hit the board. She kicked the other one.
Grabbed
That,
the other one.
to me, looked like it could have been swept out, but they'll have to decide that. They're looking at a replay on the ice right now.
Oh yeah, show them.
No, I know, I'm aware. I was watching them.
Come across. Oh my goodness.
Just a troublemaker. Good job. Thanks for having that.
They've looked at the replay and decided that everything was fine. Even though one rock was touched, it was going to go out anyways, they've decided.
Tough situation.
Because she was trying to catch the wall. Yeah.
Without an official, and Juliana not being an official.
We're going to watch it right here, Jack.
Yeah, we have somebody showing a replay on a cell phone. definitely touched the wrong rock.
Yeah,
it was
she really,
moving.
yeah.
I thought it would have probably gone out, but
Yeah, I think it would have.
Rolling this
no,
way.
the benefit of the doubt should go to the non-offending team.
And they seem to be in agreement with it, so it's one good thing about this curling game. Teams
whatever way
can
you
usually work it out between themselves.
They usually do, and people tend to be very, very fair. I've seen some rocks thrown in critical situations where a rock was accidentally broomed and the advantage was given to the team that actually offended.
Yep.
But the team could have placed a rock anywhere they want. People recognize the value of the sportsmanship in this game. Of course, there also have been some contentious moments over the years.
Yeah, nice throw.
There certainly have been, but they've been rare. Wouldn't you say, Jack?
I'm thinking back to, it seems to me it was in a Briar game, and Kevin Cooey threw a rock, and the officials called it, and no, he was actually on the other team. And the officials called it, the team removed it before it came to a finish, and then they discussed it and determined that the rock wouldn't have been let go over the hog line in the first place, and Cooey allowed them to throw the rock over again.
Oh, way out.
It shows tremendous class.
3-4. What did you have, Nate? Oh, okay, you guys make more sense.
Fujisawa again playing in front of the tee line, over to the side, forcing Roth to play the out turn. They're trying to get her onto a straight spot there. If you don't let these rocks go clean, you could be in big trouble.
Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Close. Whoa. Go ahead a little bit. Or no, it's okay. Okay.
Good throw.
Fujisawa playing out to the wings.
He's trying to get an inside roll.
Nice soft shot. And a bit of a roll in.
She did.
11-7 on that.
Very nice shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it.
Still have access to it.
Oh, wait.
Oh, she's going to play the draw.
Right behind this then. Right?
Okay.
So just tap.
So
I think this will go crazy.
15.
Tara's guard really did nothing here.
Well, with this setup with the guards over to the side, Peterson can go for a two. She has to take a one.
Because the forefoot's always open. If she gets in trouble doing this, she'll have the forefoot open to draw for her last one.
4-0. Pretty close. Don't.
Line's good.
Careful. I think we're okay.
Close. Yep. 5. You don't do. We gotta go for weight. Gotta go for weight. 4, 5. 5. 5.
Sit. Tuck it
Yep.
around.
Yep.
Beautiful shot.
Really shot. She's behind cover.
Constant conversation between the sweepers, judging the weight,
What was that?
whether they have to go, whether it looks fine. Brooms her down all the way. Perfectly swept rock.
Okay. That explains your sweeping. You're wanting to go.
But with Lainey Peters as the coach, they
She-
better be good sweepers.
They were talking about just drawing down to it, but now they're going to play the out turn slash their own rock onto the shot rock.
That great shot by Roth. Fujisawa must be thinking that holding to 1 might be the best possible result.
She's trying to make it curl. It's a way out there, obviously.
Boy, and we thought that Fujisawa had played out to that side because they knew it was maybe a bit straighter, and that might have caught them themselves.
Yeah.
This is where.
Just going to split the house.
Go for 2.
You think same weight? He was going side 4. Okay. Thank you.
Coach, she can still.
Yeah. Yeah, I think very similar to what Nina just threw. Because it's not going to curl that much. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Just make sure they don't place these in a situation where they give up a
double.
chance for a double.
Oh, yeah. Pretty well have to be to the. They could even be behind the tee line with this shot because she can't see enough of that one to play a double. But if this one is only top 8, they can play the double the other way.
Right now. Line good.
Yeah, even back 8 is
Yeah,
is
as long
fine.
as they get second shot.
Or just a bit deep. Good shot.
Perfect.
Well done.
Good girl.
Well, it wasn't. I overslept it.
Crunch time for Fujisawa.
Now she's got
You're right. Deep is better than high, for sure.
to make a freeze for shot rock to hold him to 1, or if she does not, I think she's got to do that versus take the open shot out and leave
Nice job.
Peterson shot an easy shot for 2.
What was the time on that?
Little consultation. What the heck do we do now?
Well, she doesn't want the draw. She's looking at hitting shot rock and maybe rolling partially behind the second shot.
Difficult shot, but
There,
we've
yeah.
seen her make some great ones so far this week.
Roll, but I don't think I don't know.
Trying to make, ooh.
Out a bit, trying to get it to move. A little thin, rolls out.
Draw to the 8
Draw
foot for 2.
loose.
I think I like the same. We could go same track, or we can kind of come in here too.
Yeah. Well, I think either you play same track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Let's just go same track. Maybe just a.
Okay, choosing the line, make sure that they're
Well,
familiar with
They
it.
were talking about playing a different
Yeah.
draw than her first one, but then she finally said, let's just throw the same one, which is probably the right decision. She just threw it. She knows the weight. She knows the line.
this stage of the game, you wouldn't want to get in a slightly different track and have the ice move or grab. Sweepers will know it for the weight for judging.
Pretty similar. Maybe a little lighter.
You expect the skips to make these every time.
This is where you give the rock to the sweepers. They mentioned at first it was a bit lighter, but the way they're managing it, it looks pretty good.
Good throw.
And she does make it perfectly.
Nice job.
Score is now 6-3.
Good judge.
Little extra tension given that that it's the final. A lot on the line.
Yeah.
Big money to be had. But more importantly than that, this is one of the rivalries where you want to establish something over your opponent, because you're expecting to see them again, both teams hoping to be in the Olympics. So a lot on the line makes even the easier shots that much more difficult. But both teams playing great. Clearly a lot of the preparation is to be able to put yourself into this position and to be able to perform well.
Yeah. I know.
A lot of times it's not the team that makes the spectacular shots that wins. A lot of times it's the team that makes the regular shots or the normal shots spectacularly well throughout. You throw your guards and your draws to the open house in the right places all the time, chances are you don't have to make those really spectacular shots, but it's nice to know they're in the tank if you need them.
Yeah, I think you gotta go a bit.
Yeah, you're talking there about rock placement, and that was one of the things we worked on consistently. Is
Line's good.
somebody wants it in the top 8,
head down and
the
go.
back 8
Gotta be
isn't.
there.
You didn't make the shot. It's got to be where rock, the exact rock placement is what
Keep going.
makes the difference between winning and losing games.
Good sweep.
So as we've seen before, Fujisawa is not out of it.
But she's got to go full offense on this end, Jack. Scoring 1 would not be in a good position to be down 2 without the hammer coming home. She needs a multiple score, even a 2. A 2, if she could get a 2, a steal of 1 is not impossible coming home, even a steal of 2 for that matter. But a steal of 1, you have a good chance of that, and then you'd have to win it in the extra, and that with another steal.
I think that's a really good point. Patience is still the key at this point of the game. You need to establish a setup rather than just hope for a miss.
Straight. Okay, keep it straight.
So know what's possible.
Yeah, I mean their team goal on this end is to score, well, multiple points, but 2. Don't go crazy trying to score 3 or 4, because odds of that are very slim. But they have a good chance to score 2, and then you only have to steal 1 to tie the game.
Not the worst. Do we jostle this at all? I don't love a cap when these aren't that good.
Peterson's got a decision to make here. She can't hit a corner guard. Does she want a 3rd rock in play? Does she want to guard that?
That was my thought.
She can bump that up. She can throw a guard. She could even throw it through. Would be the 3 choices.
There can be a big problem when you get too many rocks in the ring.
Yeah.
There's so many things that can happen.
16,
Lots of
5-7.
angles.
Okay.
Peterson's advantage, they're in front of the tee line. So that means that it's Fujisawa that has to do something with them at this point.
Yeah, I think we're pretty close. Yeah, 3, 3, 4. Real tight.
3. Coming down
Yeah,
now.
keep cleaning it, man.
Coming down now. 2.5.
Keep
I would expect to see the American team throwing some hits though after this.
After this shot, yeah, they can now throw hits.
Nice throw. Good judging, Ian.
That's a good guard, but you know, Fujisawa can use it as a guard.
Slow enough. Do the, I mean, I know I threw mine. Yours just not.
Yeah, a lot of times you get your twos in the middle rather than out on the wings.
Put out your hand, I was like, that's really tight, don't touch it. And then it just kind of out of it. So.
She's going to peel the guard.
What was the answer, mean? 6-5?
She's trying to run it straight back.
6-9.
Good shot.
Yep.
Leaves the guard in the center.
That can be removed by Peterson if she wants.
I think so. Blanking's fine. Don't we have 3?
What do you like?
Blanking's fine.
Looks like Tabitha's thinking of going
Right.
in.
Yeah, they're looking at not looking at removing the guard. I'm a bit surprised.
Are they wondering if we come under that center tip? I like that.
I don't hate that.
The problem is there's just so many guards we can't get rid of all. So that's why.
So what would you do, Dennis?
I would peel the guard on the center line.
I would certainly peel the guard. I might consider one of the corner guards. Part of it is counting rocks. Peterson with a 3-point lead. Center guard might be useful to him later on.
Reclean your rock.
Might be useful for Peterson, or could be usable for either one.
For either one.
Okay, sounds good, Beck. I'll hold you. Let's go.
She is peeling a guard. It's just which is good. I mean, I'm happy they're I would choose peeling a guard. I might choose the other one, but it's just get rid of one of them for sure.
Clean. Nice throw. Good shooting, big shooter.
Yeah.
Okay, that helps to simplify the end a bit. Fujisawa going behind the other corner.
Oh, I was where I'm sitting. There's a bench covering up that one. I didn't realize there was 3 guards out there. I was making my comments based on just being 2. We were sitting, as I mentioned earlier, we're sitting behind sheet 8, and this game is on sheet 5, so we're looking at it from an angle. And that bench right there is totally covering up that rock.
We could, of course, look at the big monitor right in front of us and see everything, but we
don't have
choose to watch it live.
Peel.
It's excellent camera work, too.
Clean. Watch that one.
Ooh. Cleaning up the guards, but pushes the Fujisawa stone into the rings.
So now they got an open hit for 3.
That was there.
Good throw, Neen. Unlucky.
Well, it was unlucky, but also that was a possibility.
Yeah, yeah.
Have to be aware of those, and I'm sure they were aware of the possibility. That's where the tolerances come in. Tolerances for weight, line, sweeping.
Is this a straight draw or hit and roll?
I think they want to hit and roll.
Yeah, that makes
I'm not sure that,
more sense.
I'm not sure that that other yellow rock is actually in the rings. We don't have a good angle at that.
Now I look at a release rock, I think it's a straight draw. It is a straight draw, so they'll have 2 behind the corner. Wow.
That's not good. They must have chosen to play that draw
Yeah, hit the open one.
because
Yeah,
that
you can
corner
roll a
is not
mile.
in, I would
Yeah,
think.
so you can
Oh,
go
that one's in.
double.
That one on the right? This one?
Yeah.
That's in the rings.
What kind of weight?
That's where they're hitting it.
How about 9? Okay.
Just throw similar. Let's go.
Tara? Whoa, whoa. Becca, go! Come on! Yep. Hurry. Go.
I'm not sure if they got second shot or not.
No.
I think the answer is
Good
no.
try.
I heard somebody say no.
She what? I know. Tabitha.
So which side do you roll to?
For the
This one should definitely be a hit.
Could help what I wanted.
Yeah, they're going to hit and try and roll behind cover, I guess. Which is what we thought
Good throw,
maybe she
Neen.
should have considered in her previous shot.
We'll leave it at that. Shoot. She wasn't saying anything.
Quiet weight. She definitely won't stick around with it, obviously. Trying to get
Very
that
close.
inside
I
roll.
mean, look at that. They only had just barely out of the house weight, and still they couldn't get it to curl quite enough to get the roll.
Nearly all of it.
Okay.
Big 3/4.
This is straighter too. So there. Just under ours,
What kind of weight?
right? Huh? I have like 3/4.
What
I
kind
like 10-5. Same.
I heard her say she wants to hit this
little
one and
more.
roll behind her
Not that much.
own rock that's in the 12-foot.
Let's go.
Just clean.
We're down.
Clean.
11.
Close. Close.
Becca.
Watch the double knee. Pull. Nice.
Good shot. Didn't quite get it over as far as
As
she
you
wanted, I
wanted.
don't
Yeah,
think.
they were still sweeping to make
And?
it curl.
I don't know what you're saying.
Good roll by Fujisawa would really put some pressure on
Yeah.
here.
She would have a the chance of a 3 would still be alive.
I know, but didn't we decide that they were doing it, but the men's team?
Really? It's not just them.
Sometimes in these games when you're down throughout, it's just a matter of hanging in, and sometimes your break doesn't come until very late in the game. Of course, sometimes it doesn't come at all, but a lot to be said for just hanging in. Make sure that you're aware of the score all the way throughout, and don't give up. Nice.
Yep, good shot.
Crazy.
Not that difficult a shot if she keeps the weight up, gets a
Yep.
chunk of it.
Just a nose hit.
And a good shot would leave Fujisawa with either a hit or a draw for 2.
Yeah, might be a good shot. She'd have to make a double for 2.
Yep. Whoa, I think it's a little hot. Whoa. 9-6, 9-8. Whoa, 9-8. Yep, yep. Yeah! Hard. Sit.
Guess it just says a draw for 2.
You look.
Yeah, better have another look at
Yeah,
those
better
two
make
rocks.
sure of that, yeah.
Not that down. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just some bad line calls. Missed line calls. That's fine. Have fun coming over. It's a good position to be in. I know.
Looks pretty good.
Making sure to keep it clean all the way. Now just sliding into the rings. Good judgment, good throw.
The plan worked out for that end. Now they're just down 1. 5 rock rule. Your chances
Yeah, we're in a good position.
of stealing, there's a fairly you might have a fairly good chance.
Yeah, that was easy to read.
We had somebody threw up a statistic the other day, I don't know how accurate it is, but gave a slight advantage in the women's curling over the last few years to the team that was trying to steal in this situation.
That's why a lot of teams,
Sorry, Dennis, that was teams tied up coming
yeah, so I
home.
was just going to say that's usually the case in when it's tied up coming home. Some teams will, if you had a situation here that a team could draw for 2 to be up 2 without, or just throw your walkway and let them steal 1 so you can have the hammer coming home.
Zap.
You know, there's all these. Each team has a different view on that.
Zap.
I seem to recall in the last century in one Worlds game where Randy Furby took out his own rock in the rings just for that purpose.
There's where the tick shot becomes very important. Once they make this. On the 6th end, the Peterson team made both tick shots.
You can't afford at this level to have any weaknesses on your team.
No.
Leads have to be as precise as the skip when it comes to the draws.
Okay. We can't hit it as far, so it's going to have to be more
You
like
can't
that.
just put it out there in a spot. You have to be precise.
Yep.
Nope. Neen. Go ahead, Neen. Gotta go. Hard! Whoa, whoa, back up. Whoa. Whoa, yep. That. Go, Neen. Get it on, get it on.
Well, that lead, that's
Just
3
right there.
attempts, 3 successes so far.
Good sweep.
Great shot. Great shot.
Yeah, good sweep. What was that?
Still, even with the tick shots, it always leaves some clutter. Something to build on.
I put it on the other side of the center line this time. Make her play the out turn. See if I think she's made all 3 of her tick shots might have been with the in turn.
I don't remember. I think it was close. I don't know if
I don't know what to do with it either.
you like this, or we can go.
Maybe she feels it's far enough off the center line that
But then they got to hit and flop.
Yeah, I don't like being that close to this, but they're probably.
We could go side 4. I mean, or I could do the tick again. But
Yeah. Yeah. I like this.
You've got to be thinking
Do you want
about
a
what
piece of the 4,
shots,
just-
each team, what shots they're going to leave for their skips, for their last
Right.
ones.
Can you just
Yeah,
peel
'cause you
that
can go
one
that
that way?
way.
Right now?
yeah.
Unless you want to go like really far, but I don't like that.
No. I
just
think so.
here.
Okay. 15. What was Nina's? Yeah. Okay. So 4-8.
Little last minute feedback on weight to throw.
Added. Take a look. Kind of
Mine's
riding.
good. Sweeper.
Take a look.
6.
Riding the line. Starting to go.
Line's good. Right above T line. Right above T line. T line's good too. 50. A little more.
Well, that's right where she wanted it.
yeah, that's where she wanted it.
We'll soon find out if she wanted it in the right spot.
Fujisawa is now going to put
Trying to put that guard.
a rock out front, but behind her previous stone, so she'll have 2 guards lined up.
Right. Correct. Because I put 3 on. Exactly. I just peel the one.
Got on that pretty quickly. Working to keep it straight.
Yeah, weight looks good.
And it's by. And just on.
I think just peel this.
Yep, that's. I think she's playing the right shot here. Just
Yeah.
Nice peel here.
Just another storm.
More controversy.
She messed up last time.
Oh, they're laughing.
And they don't need the replay from that cameraman with the chicken.
I think same.
The Fujisawa team
Same
feeling
room.
the
Is
need
it left?
to ensure that they can establish a guard, give themselves something to come around to at the back. Best chance for them to steal.
You're good.
Peterson has other plans. And Becca
I think
Hamilton.
Peterson would be trying to just keep it so she has a wide open hit to win. Not to outdraw something behind cover.
Same thing. Good catch. Nice throw.
Throwing the guard again.
Just replacing the guard.
Peterson will remove it. This will continue on until
Same thing. Let's go in.
Fujisawa's last one, and then she'll hit last rock, be laying 2. That will force Peterson to hit and stay for the win.
This time it's Nina Roth throwing the takeout. And get on it right away. Ooh,
Go, 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 go.
Good, Neen. Good, Neen.
nice shot.
Nicely done.
Another guard.
Thank you. On that.
Bit closer on that guard.
I think same thing. Through here. What?
Under the red.
Yeah, under the red.
Here, Neen.
Have to be careful. They don't want to certainly spill this Fujisawa rock off of another.
Right.
No, 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 no.
A little more.
Back to go.
They want it to bend. Okay, not terrible.
Good job.
A little thicker, and that might have come into the rings.
Yeah, good job. Yeah. Good work.
Skips first, couple of options. She could always throw up another guard. Leave the situation as it is until last rock. She could freeze. She could also bump her own top ring and guard it with the shooter. Or draw behind her own.
Then they have to hit. Yep.
Okay, all four discussing the shot.
I
Ultimately,
guess she's considering the draw that if she might be worried if she threw the guard and if Peterson decides to draw a second shot in the house and not leave a double.
Yeah, like that's something they can hide behind.
Yeah, it looks to me like they've chosen the outturn draw.
Oh yeah, they're going to draw behind. They're going to use the one in the top 12 as a guard.
Yeah, if they make it good, I like that. Oh, I think I like it.
But come around is what they said. I think it's gonna hang out to the jack and the budge here.
Feel it out.
Oh, they definitely are going back for 4-1. 408.
Yeah, go Neen. Yep, 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 yep.
Ooh, very, very good play.
Yeah, it's pretty well open. Is the only, it just didn't finish enough for it.
Yeah, I don't think you want to give her anything to freeze to, right?
Yeah.
So she'll probably just peel it out and then. Well, I guess Fujisawa has two choices: either to hit one and lay two, or try and make a better draw behind her own.
She's not going to hit mine.
I think she can get behind her own and still have enough of the forefoot to.
He's come up a little bit, and it's so deep now, so
She could just be top 4.
When she may have chosen that particular shot to gauge the ice that she'll need for her next one. It's nice to have it at the back of the rings. If Peterson hits and sticks on it, it's definitely something that she could freeze to and could win the game with.
Yep.
yeah.
That's why I think Peterson wants to hit in this and roll it out.
Feel? Okay. So. All right, you got it.
She's not shy on the weight.
No.
Okay, we're okay.
Back. Okay, okay.
Good throw.
Hit and roll out.
So she it looks like she's drawing, eh? Good, but that ice, it could be either or, but
Yeah, I think she's playing essentially the same
good
shot that
and
she
trying to
just threw.
trying to get behind the cover of that top one.
Of course, this one she wouldn't want to be behind the tee line.
No.
Main thing is to be shot and
Because
covered.
even if she had covered, so that would mean she's. If I could see the screen again.
Go, Neen. Go, Neen. Come on. Go, go, Neen. Come on. Go, 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 go.
Over. Just slides through.
Yep.
A little heavy. Well, congratulations to the Peterson team.
Good game. Thank you.
A great game by both teams. The winners of the
Good draws.
43rd annual Curlers Corner Autumn Gold Curling Classic is the Team Peterson team. And Dennis, it's been a pleasure to work for you.
Yeah, Jack, me too. Enjoyed it. Nice afternoon.
We'd like to thank our sponsors once again.
Thank you. That's all you get. Good job, guys. That's exciting.
We have Curlers Corner,
Great.
Bernice Merrick, proprietor, downstairs here in the beautiful Calgary Curling Club, Weston, Jiffy Lube, Coronado, Rock Watcher, Olson, Bonterra, and Enigma Resources. And once again, I'd like to give a shout out to our fine technical crew for the great job they've done. The incomparable Lisa Parent in charge. Thank you, everyone. Happy Thanksgiving, and thanks for joining us.